Hello and welcome to Authentic Ink's hand rendering tutorial. In this video you'll learn how to add shadows with cool grey markers and add reflections to tiles. You'll need to use, for the shadows you'll need to use cool grey markers. Start off with your darkest markers first and rendering in your darkest corners using the light as a vanishing point. Add shading underneath cabinet door handles and alongside drawers and hinges. You can add finer detail and darker shadows with a fine liner. Okay, you need to you can add colour to the wood, the paint on the wood using pencil crayons rather than using markers which can give false shadows to the image. Here I'm using a yellow marker to add warmth to the shadows, and I'll cover it with a lighter grey marker. Which helps pull all the shadows together. This is where the vanishing point is for the light. And I'm using this as a guide. So everything facing away from that is where I'm putting my shadows. I continue to work into the image with darker and darker colours until I'm satisfied with the shading and texture on the wood. By using darker pens, you create more depth in the image and more realism within the image as well. So I continue to work using darker and darker pens until I'm satisfied. Here I'm using a grey pencil to help add more texture to the shadows. Now I'm rendering the tiles. Okay, so I've started off with a really light colour and now I'm using a really cool grey to add the shading in between the tiles. If I do this cross-hatch effect, you can plainly see the tiles, and it acts as a skeleton to build up on top of. You can see I'm working on the right hand side of the tiles and the bottom of the tiles with the darker colour. This adds depth to the tiles, and I'm still using the same light as a vanishing point. So everything on the opposite side of that will be rendered in darker colour. Using this pencil and darker pencils, but not black, it renders the shadows less harsh. I'm adding in the final shadows using a pencil on all the right hand sides and underneath. So now I'm using the white pencil. This helps highlight the reflections in the tiles, and they'll be all done on the side where the light's hitting them. I'm now adding an extra detail with the fine liner, which helps pick out key details within the image.